Accounting, Budgeting, and Reporting. This is Module 3, EDSU 7321. Guidelines for fund accounting systems in Texas come from the Texas Education Agency. Each state will have its own accounting system. According to Guthrie et al., 2008, pages 225 to 226, school accounting systems are used to describe the nature, sources, and amounts of an institution's revenues, the allocation of revenues within the institution to various programs, and the actual expenditures in these programs. Not sure about the definitions of some of these terms? Don't worry, you will learn those in this module. So why do we need accounting systems? First, to protect public funds from the possibility of loss. The taxpayers want to know that their money is being spent on schools and their children. Second, accounting systems provide a systematic way to relate expenditures to the objectives schools set for themselves. Third, they provide an objective method of appraising the performance of school personnel in obtaining the school's objectives. And finally, they help meet the legal requirements of the state and other government units. GASB is the Governmental Accounting Standards Board. The board provides standards for the accounting of funds in school districts. Why would you want school districts to be reported on a uniform basis? With a uniform system, you can compare apples to apples or district to district. Also, the district must compare actual financial results with a legally adopted budget. A fund is a fiscal and accounting entity with a self-balancing set of accounts recording cash and other financial resources. Each fund has its own set of financial statements. You will learn more about funds later in this module. Assets are the things you own, while liabilities are the things you owe. To put it in personal terms, one asset might be your house, while a liability is the money you owe on that mortgage. Revenues are funds received, your salary each month, and expenditures are the things you pay each month, your bills and whatever else you pay for each month. For the fund balance, you add your assets and revenues, then subtract your liabilities and your expenditures. The same goes for a school district. Know these terms: encumbrance accounting, cash basis system, local property taxes, expenditures. These are defined in your textbook in Chapter 3. These are some examples from your textbook that will help you better understand what we are talking about in this chapter. A school district will have an accounting code structure that must be followed. Pay attention to the codes and their definitions. In this example, the fund is the education fund. The site is a specific school. Each school has its own code. The function is regular instruction programs. The department is English. The fiscal year is 2021. And the program is ESL. By using this code structure, we know where money is specifically being spent. Student activity accounts and fundraising are another area of school money that can be problematic. This sometimes involves large amounts of cash. There should always be internal controls in place. Read more about this in Chapter 3, pages 80 through 83. Financial statements are required documents. Read about these in Chapter 3, pages 84 through 89. Yearly audits are required for school districts. Read more about these in Chapter 3, pages 89 through 90. Be sure to look at the audit opinions and pay attention to the definitions of these terms: unqualified, qualified, adverse, and disclaimer. The auditors will use these terms when they give their opinion after the audit is over. Always remember, the school board, not the superintendent, has final approval on everything related to money, finances, budget, etc.